Arma 2 came out in 2009, and you know this, I know this, we've had many beautiful journeys on this channel together, experiencing it, and all of its DLCs and expansions that came out for it over the years. Only 2 remain for me to play. It's the end of the road, for Arma 2 at least. I was thinking about it, and honestly, I'll probably never play Arma 2 again for the rest of my life after this. So let's kick back, take it easy, and enter the janky tactical Eastern European Battlezone simulator for the last time. My pact will be completed. Before we get started, I referenced some higher knowledge from a YouTube comment saying that version 1.62 of Operation Arrowhead is the best one to play the campaigns on, so hopefully, and this is asking for a lot, hopefully no issues pop up during gameplay. Let's get right back to it with the Eagle Wing campaign. The Eagle Wing campaign is a non-canon campaign where we play as a US Marine attack helicopter pilot named Ed Winters. It was released as part of a free update for Arma 2 back in the day. This campaign is going to spoil some of Arma 2's Harvest Red campaign, so you can either check out this video or play it yourself and come back, or if you don't really care, you can keep on watching. Our goal as a pilot is to preemptively secure the eastern coast of Chernarus by taking out some Russian air defenses before a wider invasion takes place. The very first thing I noticed is the amount of effort spent in the presentation of the story. There's a whole lot of cinematic scripting and effects in this campaign that we haven't seen too often throughout all of these campaigns. We start off by flying over the US boats that are headed to Chernarus, and it's the usual flashy America rules type affair. Our gunner is named Tim, and he has some good lines in this campaign.
Nice view. Wish I brought my camera.
It's just the battle group, nothing special.
Well, maybe not for you, but I still think it's an awesome sight. Ruskies don't stand a chance.
You got that right.
Not soon after we start flying over the actual countryside, we engage some Russian patrols. The conflict is on, with straight-up open warfare happening between the United States and the Russian Federation due to what we'll call covert incidents during the Harvest Red campaign. Luckily, the Apache helicopter we are in has a bit more firepower than these ground-level losers, so they get destroyed and burned to a crisp.
Sierra Base, Eagle 4-2, targets destroyed, resuming mission.
Soon we reach Point Sparta, which is where we'll need to attack some Russian planes that are taking off soon.
Okay, here we are. And Tim, don't you dare...
This is Sparta!
Sierra Base, this is Eagle 4-2. We arrived at Sparta, over.
I'm gonna crash this helicopter, Tim.
Stand by, initiating satellite data transfer.
This mission has a lot of escalating intensity. It's not a boring slog like so many of the other campaigns are. We get some fun wordplay with the EW acronym. In this case, it transforms to electronic warfare. We'll be using electronics to blow up these planes with our missiles as they take off, which is kinda cool.
The first Frogfoot's taxing.
Easy.
Target back plane at 1-6. Fire. Fire.
Bang.
Target back plane at 1-6. Fire. Cannon. Cease fire. Fire.
Pow.
Fire. Cannon.
Me like.
We knock all the planes down and get the word that a Russian general is in the area.
There's a chopper not far from Zelenogorsk, HVT aboard, codename Icarus. It's General Shagarov himself. New objective, Eagle 4-2. Get to Zelenogorsk and intercept Icarus. You are cleared to engage at will. Over.
Target that chopper at 1-6.
Sierra Base, Eagle 4-2 copies, on the way.
We get the clear to blow him up too. We're really cleaning up, especially considering that the conflict is still in its flashpoint stage. The fighting has just begun, and we're already taking out their leadership. I head over there, and I start engaging the Russian general's vehicle hangout spot. It gets kind of hairy, and we do take some hits, but I eventually manage to knock all the targets out without too much damage, including the general.
Target that chopper at 0. Target that tank at 1-6. Cannon. Target that tank at 2-0.
Sierra Base, this is Eagle 4-2. Looks like Icarus flew a little too close to the sun. Requesting new orders, over.
Nice. That'll throw a scare into them.
Sierra Base, Eagle 4-2. How copy, over.
Can only get better from here on out. Shortly after, however, we get the word to retreat. Code Foxtrot.
Sierra Base to all units. Retreat immediately. I repeat, retreat immediately.
That's never a good thing to hear in an Arma game. A whole lot of stuff is going on. It could be anything. Maybe some anti-aircraft showed up in the area, but why give the order to all units? What's going on?
Code Foxtrot. Code Foxtrot. All operations reported. Retreat to previous positions. I repeat, retreat.
What does it mean? What the hell is Code Foxtrot?
Well, this must be like a glitch or something. Cutscene's all messed up, who knows? Like nothing's really happening.
What the fuck?
Oh. Me no like.
Tim. Oh, fuck.
He's fucking dead. The Russians thought that the incursion made by the United States government on the nation of Chernarus as part of Operation Harvest Red was going to breach their borders, so they launched a nuclear missile counterstrike. That's my guess as to what happened. Not that it really matters at this point. It's the end of the world after all.
Better check my maps for friendly positions.
I take some inventory. Our helicopter is too messed up to fly. I have an MP5 with 2 magazines, a radio, a map, a compass, and a watch. It's the same kind of loadout that John McClane would have, so I think we have a decent chance of lasting a while. Let's try to get out of here.
Okay, 3 camps nearby. Hopefully someone will still be there.
The first bundle of Czech rebel corpses I find have no ammunition for their weapons, or if they do have some ammunition, it's sparse. Bodies and debris are scattered all around as nuclear ash falls from the piss-yellow sky. The whole civil conflict in the Harvest Red campaign, all of the US involvement, all the civilians that we ran into throughout that campaign are all worse off after this escalation. Hundreds of thousands of people are dead in this area so far, and surely millions will be dead around the world as this thing kicks off further.
Everyone dead. Looks like the CDF has had a bad day too.
Heading down the road, I get ambushed by a patrolling group of Czech rebel survivors. The atmosphere is unreal, it's extremely immersive. It almost feels like I'm playing a VR game. I might as well be ducking behind this burnt out car in real life. But eventually I find the courage to pop them and keep on moving, looting bodies as we go along. This campaign is a clever inversion of Arma tropes. It starts with a power trip from the US gunship, an overpowered beast that can blow up people from hundreds of meters away while we fly it above enemy territory, and we wind up in this nuclear DayZ-esque experience where we are a lone survivor on foot in some real enemy territory now. It feels like the climax of a 10-hour-long campaign, but we're only 30 minutes in. It's awesome. I mean, just look at this. It's doomsday. It's the end of the world. And it's being played straight through an official Arma 2 campaign. Somber music plays as I pick through the military corpses, moving my vision over the dead civilians and rebel, trying to keep an eye out for any remaining military forces that are still combat effective. I was writing some notes down when this happened. The patrolling enemy survivors don't stop. They are constantly searching for you. The next allied Chernarus Defense Force outpost I stumble across did not fare much better in the aftermath of the blast.
Shit!
I start grabbing any ammunition I can find off the bodies and from the people I shoot and kill. We really need to find some alive CDF soldiers that we can group up with and try to figure this mess out, because until then, I'm going to be surviving by the skin of my teeth. Eventually, we make it to the next CDF outpost I had on my map, but the guy standing at the front leaves when we approach. We call out for help, as it's the first person I've seen that hasn't tried to shoot me in a while.
Someone alive! Hey! Over here! Wait!
Opening the door, it's a trap.
Drop your weapon.
Don't shoot!
Drop it or you're dead.
We get told to drop our weapons, so I put down my rifle and then my grenade.
A pilot. How did you get here? What is your name?
Who are you?
I'm the one who's asking questions. What is your name and what are you doing here?
Ed Winter, Lieutenant, United States Navy. The shockwave from the nuke disabled my chopper. Why the hell did you do that?
Shut up. Wait here. I will talk with my team. Try anything and it will be the last thing you will do.
The Russian guy said to wait. He isn't a Czech rebel, I could tell from his patches. But is waiting the smart move? I sure hope so, they're taking a while.
Движение к юго-западу 50 метров от нас. Контакт! 4-й, 2-й. Стреляет в мужчина. 5-й, 6-й.
Okay, yeah, we're fucked, we're gonna die.
Мужчина.
Maybe he'll say something before he wastes us.
Движение к западу 1000 метров.
Pick up your weapon. You're coming with us. My name is Lev Zotkin. This is my Spetsnaz team.
Running out of ammo.
Need to know their names.
Первый. Движение в направлении 1-3.
Well,
Цель
we are just
уничтожена.
as surprised about the last development as you are. One thing is sure, this was not the only nuke launched. The last message we got was about a reaction to a full-scale nuclear attack. And then, silence.
Reaction? We would never start.
Hey, I don't care about who started it. The cat's out of the bag, as you say. My concern is about what will be next.
Чисто.
That is?
The villager there, that's Lutsin. He told us about a nuke shelter on the island of Utes, south of the mainland. We will get to the harbor, find a boat, and get out of here before the wind changes. As you may have noticed, it isn't safe here.
Why are you taking me with you?
If you don't like it, we can get rid of you, it's not a problem. You're a pilot, you're American, you've studied. You know things which we don't. An hour ago you may have been enemy, but now I prefer you over the Cherokee barbarians. Enough talk. Come here, pilot. I'll give you a proper weapon. The area is not safe. Watch where you aim, or you'll get your ass kicked. Try anything against my men and you're finished, but you know that.
Well, hey man, that sounds good to me. Now we're part of a Russian Razor Team counterpart, and they want to protect me and not blow me to bits. They assume that I'm more trustworthy than a bunch of ultra-nationalist Czech rebels, and I'm fine with them assuming that. He even gives me the classic silenced sniper rifle, a VSS Ventores. Sweet. Our main objective is now an island off the coast of Chernarus called Ute. Apparently there is a nuclear bunker there where we can figure out our next move, but we need a boat to get there. My new special Russian ops friends and I fight our way to the nearby town for transport. These guys aren't fucking around, they keep launching rockets left and right.
Меняю магазин. Не могу. Я его сделал. 4-й, 2-й. Стреляет в пулеметчик.
Eventually, we hop into a truck that we commandeer, and we head down the atomic trail. One of the Russian soldiers is a pilot, and he asks about my day job.
American, what machine you are piloting before explosion? I'm Mikhail, a gunner of helicopter.
A chopper. A modern one.
Near Zelenogorsk?
Yeah.
So it is you who shoot me down. I was in the Mi-24 which flying from there. Look bad at me, and I will shove your balls in your mouth.
Yeah, I probably should have said something else. I should have said, like, I'm a janitor, and I just clung onto the side of the helicopter. I don't know. He's probably not happy with us now, so we've got to keep an eye on that guy. Eventually we get to the sprawling metropolis of Balota, I don't really care, which has an airfield and a harbor. It's a mess. The Spetsnaz Russian forces that we are with tells us to fire at anybody still in the way. The survival of the fittest type shit. It's not pretty. We have to take out some former Chernarus Defense Force allies. Sorry bros, shit's fucked. Something war never changes, and a big iron on my hip, Fisto 3000, bull and the bear, you know, that usual kind of stuff. At one point we pass a house with a crying baby inside, and it's like, Jesus fucking Christ, man, can this get any worse? It's an Arma 2 campaign at its best. It's immersive, it's ghoulish, it's fucked up. There's not much going on here other than just background music, some voice acting, dialogue that's not great, but it's serviceable, and it creates this tone and atmosphere that is the best of any of the campaigns that I've played so far. It's really good stuff. As we make it to the harbor, we are told to kill an American soldier because he's in the boat that we need to take.
Kill that American. He doesn't know where the shelter is. You want help?
The Russian Spetsnaz leader guy says he wouldn't know the way to the nuclear bunker at Ute, and I figure that he's right. It's fucked up, but he wouldn't know what hit him. I do it blue on blue, friendly fire style.
Excellent. I'm glad you can judge the situation.
I didn't see any other way.
The two of you alone would not survive for long. Andrei, start the boat. Pilot, come here. I've got a new toy for you. Take this and protect us. If you lose the boat, we're fucked.
Once we reach the boat, we find out that it is damaged. We get handed an anti-material sniper rifle and get ordered to assist in the defense as a bunch of Chidaki rebels are rushing our position while the boat is being repaired. It's a decent sequence, feels kind of Call of Duty adjacent, but I'm fine with that, especially at the end of this whole interesting campaign arc of trying to get to this point. The boat gets repaired, but the twist is that it can only fit 6 people out of the group out of 7.
Enemy, men, 6 o'clock, 200 meters.
Shit. Andrei says the ship is leaking and can only take 6 of us. Someone will have to stay here.
Looks like you're staying, American. Shit happens.
Hey, I'm with you. But anyway,
Both of you shut up. I am leading here. Lutzen is going for sure as he knows the way. The rest of us are even.
What? But he's...
If I say everyone, then I mean everyone. We'll draw matches. Who takes the shortest stays here and will protect us like a true hero. Pick one.
Holy shit, this is crazy. It's such a little mechanic, but I was so fucking surprised that this is even a thing. Pooh! Man, looks like we made it.
Ah, pity. He was a good soldier. War is not fair.
We set sail. Not really a sail, we turned the motor on, leaving the Special Forces machine gunner behind, which was almost me being left behind. Our destination is still Ute Island as the credits roll. What a campaign, that was awesome. The credits also show a world map of all the nuclear bomb detonation locations. It's something that you'd see from DEF CON. The Eagle Wing campaign isn't canon to the Armaverse, it's based around a bad ending of the Harvest Red campaign where Razor Team attacks the Russian airfield to the north. It really didn't take much for me to get drawn in, and the fact that it was so short is beneficial as well. It's like a nice dessert. Too much and you regret eating all that ice cream. Oh god, I'm gonna be sick. Eagle Wing is like a nice piece of nuclear chocolate with some acidic radioactive goop inside. There are multiple endings to this campaign, but the Bohemia forums are still down. It's been months, so it's kinda hard to research. It's also difficult to replay specific sections of a mission due to how the saving system works in Arma 2. Once a mission is beat, you can't pick a specific save to reload, so I'd have to replay it at least twice, but the ending is randomized at the end with the matchsticks, so the wiki has the endings listed. I'm just going to describe them here. So we got the escape way ending where we escaped. The other two endings are Endless Waiting and Enemy Wins. Endless Waiting is when we pull the shortest stick and the other survivors leave for Ute Island, leaving Winters to face the Chodaki rebels by himself. Enemy Wins is when that shit-ass pilot we shot down pulls the short stick and freaks the fuck out and kills Winters, but I guess the Spetsnaz leader and his men deservedly kill him in return. Damn. I believe that's all the endings that this campaign has. Regardless of which one you get, Ute still gets hit by a nuke, leaving everyone's survival in question, no matter the ending. For me, Eagle Wing stands as one of my favorite experiences in Arma 2, but we have one experience left. Let's hop right in. The Army of the Czech Republic DLC is a bit of a vibe shift from the Eagle Wing campaign. For starters, nuclear war doesn't break out. It sounds like it has a similar vibe to Harvest Red, with an emphasis on tracking down nefarious people and bringing justice to the world or whatever, but the stakes are noticeably lower. Let's start the campaign. It's called Silver Lion. Oh boy, I can't wait. How exciting. Oh, it just tossed me into the first mission. Okay. So we're going back in time all the way to 2010, and we need to find a war criminal named Mijovic, codenamed Tiger, and arrest him. His right-hand man is in the area as well. The shady CIA guy from the private military company DLC, Mark Reynolds, gave the Czechian military some details about the location of the war criminals. He also warned us that there can move even Andriy Kaysen. Thanks, I guess. There's also some minefields we have to look out for. A recent civil conflict in the Bystrica region, which I guess is like the Czechian Republic or whatever, or just Czechia, I don't know, they change their names so often, ended recently, so it seems like we're trying to wrap it up in a nice bow, but that's easier said than done. Every line of dialogue in this campaign is Czechian, which is fine I suppose, it's their army after all. We need to head down the road with our fire team to check out a suspicious location. The problem I have so far is that this feels super jarring. It threw us into this combat scenario without any kind of spoken story exposition or characterization. At least throw me a bone with saying something like,
Ti hloupí geriloví stroskotanci, zbabělci, zabili všechny. Sakra, já jsem blázen. Aha. Kdybych tak mohl posrat všechny ty rebelské kurvy. Jsem šílený muž. Jsem šílený muž, zabijte je všechny.
Or something like that. I drive to the objective and got shot to death by an APC. Okay, we don't have any rocket launchers. This mission is so weird. We go on foot to the objective and start engaging some enemy rebels. But it's hard to see anything. We'll just do this and much better. I don't care if it looks bad. The grass also makes my game laggy even on my super beefy PC from the future, so that's another reason to mow the lawn for the whole country. We take the enemy infantry out, but the APC rolls back up. Like I said before, we don't have any anti-tank weapons apart from some landmines, so I instead sneak around and lay waste into its tires to disable it, and once you do that, the crew hops out and then you can knock them out. Sweet.
Lovec 2-1 pro lovce 1. Vyčistili jsme podezřelé místo. Pokračujeme dál, jednou ho najít musíme.
Well, we did it, but the target wasn't there. We need to drive around to look for other positions. Heading to the nearby town, we find a little group of rebels.
Lovec 2-1, máme tu pohyb, jdem to prověřit. Možná tu budou nějaký důkazy, konec. Nepřátelský, muž na 12 hodinách, 200 metrů.
It doesn't seem like the Civil War actually ended. There's still guys with guns and armored vehicles running around the countryside, and there's no civilians around. It still feels like a battle zone to me, but what do I know? Unfortunately, our medic died in the line of duty, so the rest of the mission is gonna suck. May he rest in peace. We've come to know him so well over the last 20 minutes.
Pozice zajištěna. Žádné stopy po podezřelém. Pokračujeme v průzkumu.
Rozumím, pokračujte, jsme stále na příjmu, konec.
I'll grab this RPG from a dead guy and keep on going. I'm just gonna say this now, I'm sorry if you like this campaign, but the presentation sucks. It feels like a prototype of a mission, or just like a user custom-made mission. There's nothing interesting happening. I know that going forward I can't compare everything to Eagle Wing, but the first mission in that one felt like an actual military operation, constant radio chatter, high stakes, adrenaline. This one is like a fever dream of driving around the countryside with my Czechian friends after eating too many psilocybin mushrooms. Why should I care about the war criminal? Even in the Harvest Red campaign we had more of a personal stake where the war criminals killed our original squad leader Miles, and Razor Team wanted to take those guys out. That's something at least. This mission is just anemic. It's like playing Jaundice. Okay, that's probably too far. We keep poking around different points of interest, starting from Alpha and going down the NATO alphabet. We get shot at, clear the area, and find that it's empty. Bravo. We get shot at, clear it, and find that it's empty. Charlie. We get shot at, clear it, and find that it's empty. Delta. Get shot at, clear it, and find that it's empty. They sent 4 guys to do all this shit, and now it's down to 3. After taking out another one of the points, the right-handed man of the target is leaving the area, so we have to capture him. Okay, let's do it. That's something different. That's probably him. Let's hit those tires.
Máme ho! Bacha, snaží se utéct, za ním! Stůj! Stůj nebo...
Great. Awesome. Let's try it again.
Máme ho! Bacha, snaží se utéct, za ním! Stůj! Stůj nebo střelím! Ani hnout! Na 10 hodinách, nepřátelský, 100 metrů.
God damn it.
Kryjte mě, nabijím.
Well, I killed him. Hopefully that doesn't bite me in the ass later. I think there's a way to capture him, but I don't think it does anything that matters if we actually did capture him. I don't know. After we do that, we clear multiple points. Golf, empty. Hotel, empty. India, empty. Julia, empty. I've been doing this shit for a literal hour, driving around and shooting guys, and that's it. Ugh.
Lovec 2-1 pro lovce 1. Jdem prověřit okolí, je tu ticho jak před bouří. Zůstaňte na příjmu.
Kilo has some music playing, so this better be it. We take all the guys out and we talk to the war criminal.
Stát! Stát ani hnout!
Nestřílej, nestřílej!
Jsem zraněn. Ruce! Ukaž mi ruce, dělej!
Who I can't see. Well, I guess we better find him. Ah, there he is. Let's see what happens.
Lovec 2-1 pro lovce 1. Tygr je náš. Opakuji, chytili jsme tygra.
Skvělá práce, pánové. Zajistěte podezřelého a eskortujte ho na Blaník. Potvrďte příjem.
Lovec 2-1 rozumí. Převážíme tygra. Konec.
Mission accomplished. Cool, we did it. Hooray. Even though we captured the evil man, his goons are still out there running wild, so we get to hop into an APC with a bunch of other guys and kill a lot of them. That's basically the whole mission, and I'm not joking. We drive and drive around, shoot a bunch of people, and then keep moving to the next location where we rinse and repeat. You do this an assload of times. The only other thing we have the pleasure of doing is we get ordered to help a convoy of ambulances move through the area, and I'm sure that's not going to be a huge pain in my balls. They suck at moving down a road, they get stuck, they get afraid to go onward even though I cleared the way, they crash into stuff, it's a chore. It's also half-baked. For example, the objective says to move to the convoy meeting point as fast as possible and protect them unless they reach forward operating base needle. Don't you mean until, not unless? I don't mean to shit all over their translations or whatever, but in every other Arma campaign they put a lot of effort into their mission briefings and tasks. I just don't really give a shit about anything, not due to a nihilistic viewpoint about the world or the vapid empty life I live where I play video games all day as the years pass by. There's not a story here to care about. I don't know how it's possible to make a campaign about tracking down war criminals boring. Harvest Red figured it out, so they've done it in the past. As janky as that was, it still had some actual dialogue every now and then that wasn't
Bravo team is ready to move. We have the Trdelník in sight. Copy that, Bravo. Proceed with the mission. Command, the Trdelník was fake. It was an actual literal shit, and our machine gunner is KIA because he ate the shit. Copy that, Bravo. Proceed with the mission.
And I know I can get drawn into Bohemia campaigns because Eagle Wing was so good. I probably should have played that one last, now that I think about it, because it set the bar of expectations impossibly high, and the ACR campaign hasn't come close to reaching it yet. It's like gym class in high school again. That pull-up bar is too high, man. I can't do it. I help the ambulances make it to the starting forward operating base, and then I drive around more at a 4x time scale, and I shoot an assload of people. We run them over, blow them up, ram them, get blown up every now and then. When we take out the last batch, the mission is completed, and then it ends.
Pozice čistá, pokračujeme dál.
Vévoda rozumí, konec. Vévoda probivoje 7. Dneska končíme. Stáhněte se na pozici střel.
Sure, why not? Alright, in this one we need to find 3 war criminals with our dog. I'm sure this will end well. According to the mission briefing, one of the goons is a Chechen, I guess, so it might tie into some kind of ethnic relations group stuff? Maybe? I'm kind of surprised that they included that bit of knowledge in there. Bohemia likes to abstract real-life factions and things like that, apart from the larger countries like the United States, Russian Federation, United Kingdom, things like that. Anyways, it's dark, and we have a flashlight and 1 squad mate. Friendly helicopters are circling the air above. We gotta find these guys. With the help of a dog. The dog sticks close and points us in the right direction. It starts barking more often when they're on the trail of someone, but some other enemy units are patrolling around too. This goes on for a bit until we find one of the criminals.
Ani hnout! Zabu, zpátky. Zůstaň. Tady seš ty, bastarde. Lehni na zem, ruce za záda. Tohle odveď. Zabu větří dalšího. Jdem po něm.
He just kind of stops, and we leave our squad mate with him and keep on moving. But it's a disorienting experience being in the dark and getting shot at. I nearly got smoked here, but I pulled through. Then we just follow the dog some more. All the new equipment they added, the new machine guns, weapons, uniforms, vehicles are all nice, but when the campaign is this disjointed, it's just a weird experience. Like, I've never played an Arma campaign like this before. I don't know, maybe I'm just being too critical. We capture the last guy after a while, and then the mission ends.
Ani hnout! Zabu, zpátky. Zůstaň. Tady seš ty, bastarde. Lehni na zem, ruce za záda.
We get a cutscene for the first time in a while of a missile truck launching missiles. Cool. In this mission, we need to guide missiles towards some enemy armored vehicles, so we gotta go in there sneaky scout style. We peruse around at a fast time scale and stumble into some enemies every now and then. Soon we find the point of interest. It's a little camp with a handful of vehicles in it. Awesome, that's the target. The problem is I don't know how to use the laser designator as far as the mission scripting is concerned. I'm lasing them, but I have 0 radio options. I see this yellow box turn green after a few seconds, but there's no feedback for what that's actually doing. I do this for a couple of minutes and figured I'd just blow the vehicles up with the rockets and shit in these crates. Well, that didn't work. Maybe it wasn't all the vehicles, so I walk around a whole bunch, but I don't see anything else. And then I read the wiki article, think fuck, there's pages for these missions. It turns out that I just have to lase every single vehicle, so going back to the site, I mark all the already destroyed ones, and it finally works. Fuck it, launch those things.
Oko pro Palcát 1. Posílám souřadnice. Jsem v bezpečné pozici a sleduju cílovou zónu.
Palcát rozumí, přesouváme se do palebné pozice. Oko, jsme na místě, zahájení palby v čase T1 minuta. Potvrďte příjem.
Příjem, oblast beze změny, zahajte palbu.
As I wait for the missiles to arrive, we start getting shot at by another patrol, and my squad mate dies.
K3 hodina, nepřátelský, 100 metrů.
Zásah, trefa do Černýho, cíle zničeny, potvrďte příjem.
Příjem, úkol splněn, vracíme se na základ.
2, je mrtvej.
Oh well, at least the mission's over. So for some reason we time skip 2 years after that, story exposition that we got. And we're back in Takistan doing Operation Arrowhead adjacent things. We need to escort some guys to a drop-off point with a hind in enemy territory. Full of anti-aircraft vehicles and infantry, this mission fucking sucks. Our gunner is the worst because he is blind, he cannot aim, and we can't team switch and handle his shit for him. And not only that, every single anti-aircraft weapon in the Green Sea region is aimed at our stupid fat dumpy fucking Czechian asses, and we get our shit blown up repeatedly. Even as I take manual fire control and make eye contact with these goons, my gunner is aimed somewhere else and we get blasted again. It sucks. At one point my gunner died, so I tried to land and take his spot to continue the mission, but the mission just ended instead. It didn't fail, so I had to restart from the beginning. Thanks. It's real cool, man. Just delete all my saves and shit. I wasn't using them anyway. Oh, that's so cool, man. Don't worry about it, dude. So eventually, and I do mean eventually, we get to the drop-off point and these fuckos hop out of the helicopter, then we escort the helicopter back. That's not the ending of the mission, though, because there's an enemy camp full of guys and vehicles that we have to destroy. Great. We blow them up and die repeatedly, then blow them up and die repeatedly, then that repeats and we blow them up and we die repeatedly until I manage to beat it.
Gazela pro savanu. Tábor zničen. Potvrďte příjem.
But of course, it won't be over yet. Some suspicious-looking types are planting bombs and stuff on a road, so of course we get sent to check it out with only a handful of missiles left.
Zaměřit nákladák na 06.
Aim them lower, you fuck. I only have 3 missiles left and some yak rounds, and every one of those fuckers is gonna count. There's exactly 3 vehicles left and 2 bomb-planting bozo infantry stupid assholes that we gotta destroy.
Zaměřit auto na 3.
Thank fuck, that's it. What a slog, man. I am so done. This one is all about taking out some Takistani militia leaders. It's a standard nighttime sneaky operation. There are a handful of camps scattered around that we need to blast first. I try to get fancy and use these stingers, but I keep blowing up my own guys with it.
3, je mrtvej.
Medic! Na 12 hodinách nepřátelský 50 metrů. Netvor 1 pro Fantoma, Bravo je čisté, pokračujeme dál.
Rozumím, netvore. 100 metrů. Na 12 hodinách nepřátelský 100 metrů.
Na 12 hodinách nepřátelský 100 metrů.
Dostal jsem ho. Sejmul jsem jednoho.
Netvor 1 pro Fantoma, Delta zajištěna, pokračujem.
Rozumím, konec.
Nepřátelský, neznámý, na 8 hodinách, půl kiláku. Tady Netvor 1, Charlie je naše Fantome, příjem.
Rozumím, zůstáváme na příjmu.
After we knock all the camps out, we observe their main camp. There's one target out of the 3 there, but we get intel that they will be moving to another camp soon, and we get told to follow the truck. I take that literally and run after it, but eventually we lose sight of it.
Fantome, tady netvor 1, ztratil jsem je z dohledu.
Rozumím, netvore, sledujeme ho na monitoru.
Command says they see it on the UAV, and it's at a new spot, so we run over there to that spot and observe again. Yep, there's all the people. We then get told to call in an airstrike, and I figure right here should do it. It's right in between all of them. Hopefully it hits them all.
Cíl zaměřen. Odpáleno.
Okay, it looks like it hit them all. An evac heli is on the way to pick us up. I had my guys stay behind a long time ago, so I told them to board the helicopter and they had to run a few kilometers, but while I was waiting, I was thinking about how confused I was. It's such a weird campaign experience. This one mission may as well have been in Operation Arrowhead, and I disliked that campaign, but even in that one, there were still multiple side stories about helping villagers, saving hostages, and taking out Aziz. Meanwhile here, there's zero story, just random scenarios with Czechian soldiers doing random shit. Maybe I'm just burnt out on Arma 2 at this point. Everyone gets on, the mission ends. Oh shit, we're flying in this one. I think this is the first mission in a Bohemia Interactive campaign that I can recall that has the player flying a plane. You have to destroy a convoy and then a camp. The convoy objective is really easy on paper, only 4 targets, but it's been a while since I've flown last, so it takes me a while to get back to the swing of it. It's also really laggy but playable. We have some laser-guided missiles that make it easy to hit these guys after locking on. There's also a cannon that is tricky to use with how fast this plane moves, so the missiles are the better bet unless we run out. And on paper I should be complaining about this mission too, but honestly flying a plane in any Arma game is fun, so I'm mostly messing around and actually having a good time. Like look at this. Whoa, shit, that was a close one. After blowing up the convoy, it's time to attack the camp. After a while, I see my fuel gauge going down rapidly. My guy is saying the plane is broken and we have to eject.
Tady Oral 7-1, vypadá to, že mám problémy s avionikou. Do prdele, odešel mi motor. Potvrďte příjem. Mayday, mayday, Oral 7-1 jde k zemi, musím vyskočit. Oral 7-1 jde k zemi, slyšíte mě?
Shit.
Oral 7-1 je na zemi. Dostal jsem asi zásah do motoru nebo palivové soustavy. Potřebuji okamžitě vyzvednout.
Tady hnízdo, slyšeli jsme všechno. Evakuační tým je na cestě. Najděte vhodné místo k přistání a rádiem ohlašte pozici.
Well, this is kind of cool. Now we're stuck out here with our rifle, and we need an evacuation heli. I call for assistance once I get a bit of distance from the enemy camp, and I wait for it to arrive.
Hnízdo, tady Oral 7, posílám souřadnice. Pospěšte si.
Rozumím. Tým je na cestě, drž se tam dole.
I wait so long that some enemy infantrymen pop over the hill and almost plug my ass. The helicopter eventually shows up, but when it touches down, it instantly goes back up and flies away. What an asshole. An Apache flies around and mops up a bunch of enemies too, and after they do their thing, I check the map and the heli landed a few hundred meters away. I head that way, hop in, and away we go.
Fajn, tak jsem tady, padáme. Tam dole už je to přelidněný.
And that concludes the mission. So we went from Civil War criminals at the start of the campaign, to fighting in Takistan like in old times, to now a military environmental disaster rescue situation. The town of Bystrika, or whatever, is flooded, and now it's back in 2010. Does it even matter? Everyone we pick up with our boat to save them has some fucked up shit to say about someone they love drowning or something.
Jsem můj zachránce, vojáku. Děkuju vám. Soused odvedle už to nevydržel a zkusil doplavat ke břehu. Neviděl jste ho?
At one point, we go to a hospital and poke around and find some people in it and take them back. I don't really know what to say at this point. My guess is that they wanted this campaign to be more polished, but Arma 3 was probably the main priority internally at Bohemia Interactive. Maybe they didn't have the time to flesh this one out all the way. I feel like this whole campaign is missing a narrative focus, which is the reason why people play campaigns. That's why I've been playing them. I want to see something grander than just random scenarios. This is just a strange mission. I'm not even the kind of epic dude bro gamer that would be opposed to doing stuff like saving civilians from dangerous situations. In 2011, Bohemia released Take on Helicopters a year before the ACR DLC came out, and if I were to guess, Take on Helicopters has some kind of mission where you have to rescue civilians in some kind of danger. But it's more interesting in that game because the helicopter's flight model is realistically modeled. But here in ACR, there's no actual simulation systems as far as fighting the waves in the boat, maintaining a sense of balance on it, avoiding dangers, like puncturing it, or anything like that. We just float around using WASD and teleport people off of buildings. Might as well be a first-person Pac-Man without the ghosts. Navigate the environment while you save all the people. What's the prize for saving all these civilians? What is the conclusion to the Arma 2 universe? We get a mission accomplished screen, and that is it. Well, I guess that's it. The credits roll. I inadvertently picked the two most contrasting Arma 2 experiences. Eagle Wing was polished, short, and thematically engaging, whereas Army of the Czech Republic was glued together and didn't have an actual story, which kinda sucks. I know a lot of people said ACR was their favorite campaign in my comments, and you know, that's good that you have that, but I just don't really see it. But I don't know shit, I'm just a stupid fucking guy on YouTube, you know? And that concludes Arma 2 and its expansions here on Just the Pulp. We're now on to some other stuff. I'll be poking around at Arma 3 for some videos in the future, and maybe some other games in the coming months. If you're interested in seeing more stuff as it comes out, hit all the buttons and subscribe, or you can become a member like these fantastic individuals if you want to, but it's really no big deal, man. Do whatever you gotta do, you know? So, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.